In this part, we're adding boost chests that spawn automatically on the map. These chests are not tied to enemy kills. Instead, they appear periodically near the player and give powerful temporary boosts. This includes things like bombs that wipe the whole screen, damage buffs, magnet effects, healing, and coin rewards. This system makes the game feel more dynamic and rewarding, and it introduces map events that help players survive longer. Use your chest sprite, name it, boost chest, and create a circle collider 2D and set is trigger to on. Let's create a new script chest loot that handles rewards. Now let's create empty object. Let's name it Boost Chest Spawner. Add the Boost Chest Spawner script and drag in the chest prefab to your chest and drag the player to your player object. Set spawn interval to 15 seconds and spawn radius to 12 appears off screen. This script will handle the different types of rewards our chest can give, like gold, bomb explosions, damage buffs, magnet effects, or healing. First, I'm creating an enum called Loot Type. This gives us a clean and readable list of all the possible rewards a chest can drop. Enums are great because they let us choose random values easily and keep the code organized. Next, inside onTriggerEntered 2D, I check if the object touching the chest is the player. If it's not the player, we do nothing. But if it is the player, then we call giveRandomLoot and destroy the chest afterwards. This means the chest disappears as soon as the player collects it. Now we write the core of the system, giveRandomLoot. Here, I select a random reward from the loot type enum. Then I use a switch statement to apply the correct effect. If the chest gives gold, we add 50 coins to the player's inventory. If it's a bomb, we call a method that destroys all enemies on screen. If it's a damage buff, we increase the player's damage temporarily. If it's a magnet, we instantly pull all XP orbs to the player. And if it's healing, we give the player some health back. By keeping all these effects in a separate script called Loot Effects, the chest loot script stays very clean and easy to expand later. And that's the entire chest loot system finished. Every time a chest spawns on the map, the player can open it and receive a powerful random boost. Now that our chest can give random rewards, we need a central system that actually performs the effects. The screen bomb, the damage buff, the magnet effect, and healing. To keep the project clean and scalable, we won't code these effects inside the chest script. Instead, we'll create a dedicated manager called Loot Effects, which will handle all the special boost behaviors in one place. Let's create a new script and call it Loot Effects CS. At the top, I'm making this class a singleton by creating a static instance. First is the screen bomb. This method loops through every enemy on the scene using the enemy tag and deals extremely high damage, instantly killing them. This creates a full screen wipe, which is one of the most satisfying boosts in Survivor's IO. Next is the damage boost. This method temporarily increases the player's damage by a multiplier. For example, 1.5 for 5 seconds. I'm using a core routine so we can boost the damage, wait for a few seconds, and then return the player's stats back to normal. The third effect is the magnet screen. This instantly pulls every XP orb on the entire map directly to the player's position. This is extremely useful after clearing a large group of enemies or activating a screen bomb. Finally, we have the heal effect. This simply calls the player's health script and restores some HP. Very useful during intense waves where health drops fast. And that completes our loot effects system. Now every chest that spawns on the map can activate these special boosts in a clean, modular way. Now let's create our player inventory system. This script will track all the collectible resources the player can earn, starting with gold coins from boost chests. Later, we'll expand the inventory to store other valuable items like gems, evolution materials, skill points, or special loot. But for now, our focus is simple. When the player opens a chest and receives gold, we need a clean system to store that value. Now we're creating the player attack script, which becomes the central point for all weapon damage in our game. I added a base damage value for the player's default attack and a damage multiplier that will increase when the player picks up buffs, upgrades, or evolves their weapon. The get damages method automatically calculates the final damage, combining the base damage and the multiplier. This keeps everything clean and scalable. All projectiles, including our kunai, will now ask player attack for the correct amount of damage, making the entire combat system consistent and ready for future weapon upgrades. Next, we're going to set up the player health system. This script controls the player's hit points, handles damage taken from enemies, applies a knockback effect, and triggers the flash VFX we created earlier. Inside the script, I added the player's max health and current health. When the player takes damage, we reduce the health, apply a knockback force using the rigid body, and play the visual damage flash. I also added a short damage cooldown, so the player isn't hit repeatedly in a single frame, which makes the gameplay feel fair and responsive. Finally, we include a heal function for things like health chests, and a die method will connect to the game over screen later. This gives us a complete, scalable health system for the player.